Hello everyone, and welcome to my first pen tapping tutorial. Now, when it comes to pen tapping, I get quite into detail, as opposed to how much detail other pen tappers go into in their tutorials. So, there's a forewarning. I have a lot of information to give. I'm working on a large piece of writing called the Pen Tapping Theory, which covers every bit of information you're going to need to know in order to pen tap. And basically, there's a very basic set up that each of my pen tapping tutorial videos is going to have, and I'm going to lay that out for you right now. We got the introduction, which is going to consist of a welcoming, the goals of that video, the range of difficulties, the difficulty range of beats covered in that video, and any other information I feel you should know. Then's going to come the glossary part of the video, where I'm going to give you pen tapping terms that I feel are necessary for everything I tell you in that video, and any new terms I want to throw out there. And pen tapping terms, I have those just so that you can have formal discussion of pen tapping. I take it seriously. After that is lesson time, where I'm going to teach you how to use and how to perform any new beats, and of course what note they correspond to in my legend. Because I have a very complex legend, like I said, I go deep into detail, and my legend of how to tap, kind of how to write down pen tapping beats, is much more complex than other people's, in order to allow for far more precise tablature. And then is the beats part of the video, of course what matters the most. I'm going to demonstrate anywhere from 3 to 5 beats that I choose beforehand. I'm going to give you a tutorial on them, and then I'm going to demonstrate them one last time. And then I may or may not give you a heads up as to what's coming up in the next pen tapping tutorial. Now, as for the goals for this video, I want you to be able to pen tap at a very basic level, and I'm going to try to avoid any kind of extraneous information that's not really needed. I'm going to try to avoid as much of that as I can for now, because I don't want to be loading you with information. I'm sure most of you just want to pen tap and have no interest in taking it as seriously as I may, and learning all the complexities of it. So I'm going to try to avoid all the excess information for right now. And the difficulty range of the 3 beats that we are going to be covering in this video are from 6 to 9. Though that is the difficulty range, from 6 to 9. So I'm going to cover 4 very easy beats. And you might be wondering exactly where this difficulty rating system's coming from. I'll explain that in another video. I made that system up, and I see it as being quite accurate so far. But as I said, I'm going to try to avoid as much of the extra information as I can. So, that's that, and also another piece of information I feel you should know is every beat I make has a name, because I want to be able to discuss things about pen tapping, discuss the turns, discuss certain things, discuss the beats, and for that, the beats have to have a name. So, that's what I'm doing. A beat is a series of notes which can be smoothly repeated to create a complex or not so complex rhythm. BK is the beat keeper, which is any person or persons playing a beat. A note is any move in pen tapping. The tap, thump, and smack are all examples of notes. Every symbol in the legend is a note as well. The playing surface is any solid piece of matter which you are impacting during pen tapping, generally a floor, book, or table, and sometimes a cup or other custom object. So that should be all the glossary terms that you gotta know for this video. On to lesson time. Now the first note you need to know is written as 1. It's the thump. And for the thump, you're just going to smack this part of your wrist against the table. And after a while, probably not after a while, after a short while, that's going to hurt. But after you pen tap enough, it's really no big deal, and you don't really feel it whatsoever. So, again, 1, the thump, smack your wrist against the table. 2, is one of the techniques you'll use the most. It's tapping, which is quite simply tapping. This is the tap. You just touch the end of your writing utensil to the table. So it's just that easy. That's the tap. Number 3. Now this is a very important note as well, and that's just you're going to smack the length of your writing utensil against the table. Now when you do the smack, it's important to make sure that the front tip of your writing utensil touches the end of the table before your back end. So instead of going straight down like that, you want to hit first with the tip of this and then the back, which will create to me, a much nicer sound. To others, it's probably hardly noticeable, but that's a sound I would definitely recommend using. Now, to do the smack in the middle of a beat, I believe certain people do it certain ways, but how I hold it while tapping and while beating is just like this, with your thumb probably about a third of the way down the writing utensil, index finger on top, and then your other fingers just kind of curling around to make sure you've got a solid grip on it. And then you're tapping, you're thumping, etc. And then once you want to smack, you're going to remove your ring finger and your pinky from the writing utensil and smack down, just like that. And then you bring it up, put your fingers back, and continue with the beat. And that's all you need to know. 1, thump. 2, tap. 3, smack. And now, finally, the beats. So let's get on to that. Now, the first beat that I'm going to show you is called Automatic. It's got a difficulty rating of 6, and written in my tablature it is 2-2-3-2, and it's as simple as this. Just that, over and over again, of course. 2-2-3-2. Now, this is the easiest beat that I've written up to this point. Of course, I'm always writing new beats, so eventually this could very well not be the easiest beat I have. But as for now, it is. And how to play it? Very simple, of course, since it is the easiest beat I have. Just tap, tap, smack, tap. And it starts on tap, it ends on tap, so it's a smooth repeat, which is of course part of what makes it a beat. That was in the definition, if you were paying attention during the glossary section, which I'm sure you all were. So again, easy as this. 2-2-3-2. 2-2-3-2. Tap, tap, smack, tap. And then you can just keep repeating that. Easiest beat there is. So get that down, and then moving on. The next beat we have is Building Blocks. Now, this is one of the most popular beats that I see most pen tapping tutorials start off with, is this beat that I call Building Blocks. And it's very easy, and the reason I call it Building Blocks is it's a very nice beat that is really easy to do. And a lot of other beats that I have in my huge list of beats kind of have a bass in this beat. They're kind of based off of this beat. So here that is. Now, written in tablature, that beat is 1-2-3-2. 1-2-3-2. 1-2-3-2. That's thump, tap, smack, tap. And you're just going to repeat that. Thump, tap, smack, tap, thump, tap, smack, tap, thump, tap, smack, tap, thump, tap, smack, tap. And if I didn't mention it before, Building Blocks has a difficulty of 7. Now, the next beat I'm going to show you is a beat called Clock. Now, this has a difficulty of 8, really easy. I would not recommend using this as actually a beat to kind of say, hey look, I can pen tap and then do this beat. This is really just mostly an exercise beat to kind of get a feel for pen tapping. And written in tablature, it's 1-3, end sequence 1-2. So, easy as that. 1, 3, 1, 2. 1, 3, 1, 2. 1, 3, 1, 2. Thump, smack, thump, tap, thump, smack, thump, tap. And again, you probably noticed it doesn't sound that great. It's not supposed to. Essentially just an exercise beat. So, again, that's clock. Next is 2 stories. This is the last beat we're going to do. It's called 2 stories, and it's got a difficulty of 9. Now this is, like I was talking about, a lot of beats are based off building blocks. This is one beat that is very much so based off building blocks. All it is building blocks, but with twice as many taps. So, what it is, in tablature, is 1, 2, 2, and sequence 3, 2, 2. Easy as that. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. Thump, tap, tap, smack, tap, tap, thump, tap, tap, smack, tap, tap, thump, tap, tap, smack, tap, tap, thump, etc. So that's easy as pie. And once you get all those beats down, then you have learned everything you need to know from this video, so long as you know all the glossary terms. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first pen tapping tutorial, going over the absolute basics of pen tapping. A couple things I want to say before I end the video is that firstly, all my beats, I have a one-hand version and a two-hand version, and for both the one-hand version and two-hand version, there are usually multiple versions of each version, so there's a lot of beats. And for now, I'm just going to go over the most basic form of each of my beats. So that's just going to be the main version, not any alternate version, just the main one-hand version. And I'll kind of jump around my beat list as we're going on so that I'm teaching you guys new techniques. And so that's about all. I've done one other pen tapping before this video, one other pen tapping video called Advanced Pen Tapping that right now is the most viewed video on our channel. So go check that out if you guys haven't done that already. And yes, hope you guys enjoyed the video. The next pen tapping tutorial video, link to it will be right up in the top left hand corner once it's released. And if it isn't released yet, then it won't be up there. Simple as that. Alright guys, see you next time.